This video tutorial is designed to demonstrate how you can use your Elementary ELA Sharepoint page in progress reporting. Let's begin by going to internal.usd497.org, our district SharePoint page. Along the left-hand side of the screen, you see many links. The one we will click on now is our curriculum link. When we get here, we see that there are several different elementary links by subject area. We will click on the ELA. Again, on the left-hand side of the screen, we see different links that assist us as an elementary ELA teacher. The two that we will be focusing on in this video tutorial are the Standards-Based Progress Reports link and down at the bottom are rubrics links. Let's begin with the Standards-Based Progress Report link. When we click on this link, we see three different documents that can assist us in recording on our progress reports. The first one, called Reading Street Standards Correlation, is a helpful document that will list all of our ELA items from the grade card. You will be able to see what they are by standard and strand, what it means to you as a teacher, what Reading Street standard number from a test report correlates to this item, and also how the item is listed on the grade card for parents. Let's go ahead and click on this and take a look more closely. When we pull up this document, we see that we have at the bottom different grade tabs. You may click on the grade level that matches yours, and then we will look at the columns more closely. In the first column, we see what's called the strands and categories of standards. These are our Kansas College and Career Readiness standards. You will notice that there is an area for literature, informational text, foundational skills, writing, and so on. And underneath each one of these areas is just a few places where all of the strands might be bundled together. It was determined that for parents, it would be far easier for them to read a grade card where similar strands were bundled together rather than every single strand having its own point. This was also in consideration for teachers. The Standards-Based Progress Report has many different items for us to score, and it was felt that if we could bundle it, that would make it far more simpler on our teachers, and that this would still be a useful and informative document. So that's what this first column is. We'll skip the second column and go to the third column, what it means to a teacher. When you look at the third column, this is what these bundles of standards mean to you as a teacher. What would you be seeing from your students' work that helps inform you of their scores and where they are at this point in time? The fourth column is how it appears on a progress report card, so that you can see exactly what would your parents be seeing when they receive the progress report. Now let's go to the second column called Reading Street Standards. The Reading Street Standards are pulled from the online assessment reports. This only really applies to those of you who have been giving online assessments to your students. And let's take a look at what an online assessment report would look like. When you give online assessments, your Reading Street Realize will automatically populate a report for you based on the scores your students have been getting, not just from one test, but from a range of tests, depending on how you have listed the report to show. So, you will notice that the standards are listed right here as S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. These are what we are calling Reading Street standard numbers. And the reason we're calling them that is because they are not listed as L1 or I1 as we would expect a Common Core standard to be listed. What Reading Street has done, and if you look down at the bottom of any assessment report, any test report done from an online assessment, you will see a standards legend, and you will see the alignment to the Reading Street standard S1 to the Common Core standard and strand that particular standard is aligned to. So we see S1 is aligned to L1, Literature 1, and we even see a nice brief description of that particular standard and strand. As you look down, you'll notice that it does appear to align numerically. S1 is L1, S5 is L5, and so on. But as we go further down, these numbers don't align continuously all the way through. And what is happening here is that, first of all, not every single Common Core standard is addressed in every grade level. And second of all, some standards have multiple strands. And therefore, each strand also gets its reading street standard number. So, in order to help teachers manage this more easily, your learning coaches have gathered together to create this document by adding the reading street standards that align with the Kansas College and Career Readiness standards and on the grade card. So hopefully you would be able to utilize that report more easily and spend less time worrying about where they should go. Now, you can also click on the parent-friendly version to see a link for how this is listed, and you should note that there's kindergarten all the way through 5th grade listed here. Some teachers like to print this off and have that ready for parents as they discuss report cards during parent-teacher conferences. Now let's take a look at the rubrics that have also been created for you by your elementary ELA leadership team. These phenomenal rubrics are to help inform your standards-based progress report scores in all of the ELA areas. You have grade level document folders like 1st grade, 2nd grade, and so on. All grade level document folders include reading rubrics, vocabulary rubrics, language rubrics, foundational, and listening and speaking rubrics, all in one place for easy teacher access. But another way to access the rubrics is by subject area. For example, you can click on foundational, reading, or writing. Please note that the writing rubrics are only located in the writing document folder. They are not listed in a grade level folder. Let's take a look at a grade level folder. When I go into 1st grade, I see I have my foundational rubrics, language conventions, language vocabulary, reading and speaking and listening, all in one place. Again, if I would like to see my writing rubrics, I'll need to click on writing to get them here, and they are all listed here for my benefit. Hopefully you will find all of this helpful to you as you move into this week of recording and reporting. And we encourage you to consider your students at this point in time where they are using your professional judgment and the information you have received based on all of our scores and reports. Thank you.